Greetings, YouTube. Now, I realize that not everyone celebrates Memorial Day weekend, and not as a veneration or an observance of those that have fallen in the name of the United States of America. Now, I honor veterans who have served honorably always. I have nothing but respect for them. Those that have served honorably and fallen in battle deserve our respect. And those who have served us not only deserve our respect, but they deserve our support. No veteran should ever be hungry or homeless without health care or without whatever level of education they want. They serve this country, they should get a free ride forever. Seriously. And if you think that's going to cost a lot of money, maybe we should have a smaller military force. Let's try that on for size. But I don't know how you celebrated it. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter how you observed it. Some people think it's all right. Some veterans even say it's okay if you don't want to observe this. I understand that they feel that they personally don't want to be reliving it every year. I get that. And they get no problem with people going out and shopping and doing bargain hunting and such. But there are certain people that should be observing that particular day. For example, the officers in the U.S. military should be observing that day. And the person that's in charge of all of those officers should be observing that day. The, say, commander-in-chief should be observing that day. But what did the commander-in-chief of all U.S. military forces do on the Memorial Day weekend? He golfed and tweeted 100 tweets in a 2-day time period, only one of which mentioned it was Memorial Day weekend. He did mock Democratic female politicians. He took snipes at Jeff Sessions for having recused himself from the Russian investigation because that was the ethical thing to do. And if there's one thing the President of the United States hates, it's ethical behavior. He can just not tolerate that shit. No. Not on his watch. And this is Jeff Sessions, a man I have no respect for. But in this particular regard, he did the right thing. Even a broken watch is right twice a day. But the president can't tolerate that. So rather than observe this day, a day dedicated to our fallen soldiers, the men and women who've laid their lives down for the United States of America, he golfed on the American dime. And so far, the American people have spent $130 million so he can go out there and golf. Now, I've seen his swing. It doesn't look great. You'd think he'd be better by now. He didn't observe the holiday. He didn't observe or honor the dead. He hasn't led America in mourning the fact that we are in the midst of a pandemic. And the same weekend he was out golfing and ignoring the Memorial Day holiday, America topped 100,000 dead. We have 4.5% of the world population. I think we're about 30% of the world's deaths for coronavirus. Because the team we had in charge of pandemics was fired because Obama had put it in place. And this president will not tolerate anything Obama has done. Not even if it was smart. I'm sure he's even upset about all the people that Obama murdered with his bombing raids with drones. Not because he cares about the brown people that get killed, but because Obama did it. He has continued those policies and is gladly killing brown people on his watch. No mention of that. But I'm sure he's really upset about all the brown people that Obama killed. He just fails. in every conceivable level, as a husband, as a father, as a man, as a leader, as a politician, as a business person, as a human being. He has no ethics, no morals, no sympathy, no compassion, no empathy, nothing. Nothing. He is a walking, talking, fucking void. Well, no, he does have hatred. He's got a lot of hatred. He is a white nationalist. And I suppose if since you are a white nationalist, you also have a lot of fear. His great fear, of course, in life is being laughed at. Even though he sprays bronzer on his face every day, except the parts that he doesn't, so it's obviously very obvious he's wearing it. And he's got a comb over that would look no more absurd on me than it does on him. But he hates being laughed at. And Obama laughed at him once, told jokes at his expense. A black man did that. So he threw the team out that would have helped us handle a pandemic. And for the 2 months when he had a chance to do something, he did nothing. He golfed. He campaigned. Just like this weekend. He golfed. And he fed the base the types of tweets they like to hear. He's just a failure on every conceivable level. And he's a white nationalist and a misogynist and a homophobe and a transphobe and a zealot against Muslims, any non-Christian. He's a horrible human being. And on a weekend when he was supposed to help America observe our fallen soldiers, at a time when he should be helping us to grieve and heal for 100,000 deaths, he tweets and he golfs. Fuck off, Twiddler.